Bapat's knockout series, it highlights the individuals who have achieved exceptional success in the areas beyond OBGYN. And these individuals serve as inspiring role models for many, and they have achieved, I think, a remarkable success and an exceptional accomplishment, and they are visionaries. And their exemplary work is awe-inspiring to those in the OBGYN field. So I'm really happy today to have Jay Mehta with me. So everybody, most of the people know, but I have to just in a little bit points, I'd like to tell about him. That he is a director of IVF clinic, and it's a very advanced assisted reproduction, advanced pelvic surgery Mumbai clinic. And he has got the gynecologist, which is very, in the simple words, very, very reputed endoscopic surgeon who is a known god for the endometriosis for many. And he's followed by many doctors across the world. And he has a very skill set of the endoscopic surgery and rapidly expanding OPD all over and everything in Maharashtra as well as other parts of the world. Has done tremendous work in the pelvic anatomy, which I always love. He has got a great followers. And I like that Pran endoscopy, which the mobile unit of yours, it's really good for you. I'm not putting much more things, everybody knows about you, but what I feel about you, that you have done a tremendous job at such a young age. I always think a 34, 35 years boy can do a tremendous startup, which is very different. I'm really proud of you to have with me. So we'll have just simple questions other than the OBGYN, Jay. So again, sure, in your language, what Jay Mehta is, so that the people will also know it. That's my first question. You are inspiration to many. So what Jay Mehta is? So you just is a first question that you can put in your way. In your words.
I am a very, very normal human being actually. And I think what is very important is that I don't know the English word for it, but I can speak in Hindi.
Yeah.
हमारी जो हिम्मत है ना, वो एकदम एक आम आदमी की हिम्मत है, जैसे हम बोलते हैं. You know, एक बार हम डट गए ना, तो फिर हम डट गए. You know,
एक बार मन में ठान ली तो ठान ली. Am I right?
बस एक बार मन में ठान ली तो ठान ली, because we have nothing to lose, to be very honest. कुछ खोने को तो है नहीं. And
amazing,
बस
amazing,
सोच लिया करना है तो करना है, बस खत्म.
Amazing. So it's really good, Jay. But the point is that being from the family of non-medical background, how you think that how you being as an entrepreneur or successful, what factor which made this all things like a Tanli you talked about, but what I feel, any points which you want to like to tell that being with a background and what you have achieved.
Yeah, see, I definitely I am from an absolute non-medical family, as many people know that, right? So there is this. I have had no godfather. I have had, my wife is a non-medico, as you already know, and we've never had any medical discussion at home so far in life. You know, so very rarely people would discuss anything related to health. You know, something like that. But I think what's important is that even if you are from a non-medical background, the essence of doing anything is the same. Aap kuch bhi karo, guys who are doing something very nicely and are very reputed in doing that are very ethical and very honest people. And you know, simultaneously they are very hardworking. So I think ye jo 3 qualities thi, all these 3 qualities were probably imbibed as a part of childhood activities. And because it was like that since childhood, that same thing, you know, was carried on. I think the other thing which helps is that, see, we are Gujaratis, you know, so we have this thoda bahut risk-taking ability. We are okay to fail. Hame fail bada pasand hai. You know, we'll fail, we'll learn from it, we'll not give up, and we'll come back. See, the ability to come back again and again and again, I think helps.
Very, very important point. Yeah, absolutely. Yes. And the important thing that normally what achievements in the OBGYN field, keep it apart. The most important which I love about it and I'm impressed about it is the most important, the financial stability, the financial knowledge and the teaching about the others, about the finances. Most of the people the whole life at the age of 62, like me, a person like me, if you'll ask me what I did my whole life, I just did the vaginal surgery. But I would have done, if I would have been reborn as again, then the Jay Mehta is my idea. I'm telling you, it's not it's a proud thing. So financial stability, how to teach the finances to the youngsters, that you are doing a tremendous good job. So can you put something regarding this part? Then we'll be happy.
See, in today's practice, okay, it is very, very important that you can't just be you have to be a good doctor, but you can't just be a good doctor. You have to be a good doctor, you have to be a good manager, you have to understand finances. Even if you don't do it on your own, understanding is very, very important. You can't say कि अरे मैं साल का 20 लाख रुपया कमा रहा हूँ, अब मुझे पता नहीं है उसका क्या करना है. Because see, beyond a point in time, we are all professionals. As doctors, we are professionals. What's going to happen is one day or the other, we are going to fall ill. हमें 15 दिन का वेकेशन करने जाना है, हमने 20 दिन का छुट्टी लेना है. In all these situations, our money which we have earned should work for us. It should not be that हमने काम करना बंद कर दिया तो बस income बंद हो गया. And I think I was, since my college days, always like that we have to have multiple sources of income and the right income. मैं नहीं बोल रहा हूँ बैंक लूट के आ जाओ.
No.
But what I'm trying to tell you is that if you use your finances wisely, 10 years from today, you are always going to be in a position of surplus.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a right in time. So it's a different type of startup, which I feel about. I don't say it's a startup. You can tell me, you are the better person to tell me, because approaching the marketing startup, reaching the target audience, which you are doing in such a nice manner. I always find it, to whom to reach, how to teach, and how to make things, how to enhance your surgical skills by doing so many surgeries and everything which you are doing in such a nice manner. So how you manage all these daily things with your team, or you have something which you want to like to tell others?
Yeah. It's an open book, actually. See, the biggest problem is people don't find time to do it, right? So you are almost never going to find time. That's the first thing. You have to make time. You have to make time. It has to be something that you are going to do irrespective of what is going to happen.
Yes.
अगर वो आप कर लेते हो, then what will happen is automatically आप सुबह को उठते हो, आप ब्रश करते हो, आप स्नान करते हो, आप कॉफी पीते हो, आप हॉस्पिटल आते हो. बराबर. अगर ये आपका डेली रूटीन है, तो उसी प्रकार आप हॉस्पिटल में आओगे, आप फेसबुक लाइव करोगे, आप कोई ना कोई सर्जरी दिखाओगे, then it becomes like a routine. Right? I've always joked with a lot of people. कैसा है कि मैं कुछ चालू करता हूँ तो बहुत लोग मुझे कॉपी करते हैं. मैं अक्सर लोगों को ये बताता हूँ कि listen, you can have 5,000 people on a WhatsApp group, or you can have 10,000 people on a Telegram group. All that is easy. What is difficult is to keep them engaged, and in order to keep them engaged, you have to be very open to be criticized, and you have to be very open to providing facts of what you are doing. अगर तुम कुछ गलत भी कर रहे हो, तो एटलीस्ट पुट इट कि यार मैं गलत कर रहा हूँ, शायद मुझे पता नहीं, आप में से अगर किसी ने इनपुट दिया तो अच्छा है. अक्सर लोग, प्रॉब्लम क्या होता है कि people show something else, they do something else, and they talk something else only. Understanding? And the point in time, people will understand कि कौन क्या करता है और कौन सिर्फ बात करता है.
Yes, absolutely. Actually, what are the experience hai? So we will make some brand and we start gaining fame in businesses, So, but again, you are right, to maintain everything enough. We should not be in a plateau. Sometimes the curve should go up, and when that plateau should come. So anything which you can suggest or tell the people, that how you are on the top for a long time, and how you will, what's your future plans regarding this? Because skill acquisition is not a one-day job. We have to work regularly to keep our skill updated. So any future plans for the growth or expansion, anything like that?
Sure. I think the most important thing is consistency in what you asked. Okay, you have to be consistent in doing what you are doing. So you have to be consistent in acquiring skill. You have to be consistent in projecting your skill. You have, that is, in today's time, that is very important. You can't just sit in Bombay and say कि मैं अच्छा काम कर रहा हूँ, तुमको problem है तो तुम आके देख लो. That's incorrect. If you are doing work which you think is worth it, so first of all, you have to think it is worth it, right? If you think that your work is worth it, then you put it up. देखो, opportunities डालने के लिए बहुत है. जरूरी नहीं है कि हर बंदा तुम्हारे हर कमेंट पे ताली बजाएगा. So first you get used to it कि मेरे कमेंट पे कोई ताली बजाएगा ही नहीं. you first get used to that. That
Yeah.
you must get used to getting backfired. जो बंदे ने वो skill acquire कर लिया ना life में, कि continuously he is being ignored, continuously people will उसको थोड़ा side में रख. And if you get above that,
yeah,
then you will rise above all the people. Trust me.
Absolutely.
And I think that has been one of the things for which you asked.
Yeah.
Second thing, if you talk about my future plans, then currently see, after Foxy, the largest association is Project Pelvis, right? So Project Pelvis is around 16,000.
I was going to come into it. You tell me. I'm happy that you will tell about the Project Pelvis, and it's such a nice and a very methodical conference which you did, and you got a very applause everywhere. That it's a good thing. Knowing a pelvis. I think I can also believe in it, and you have done it. Now you tell me about the Project Pelvis, which everybody.
No, see, as Project Pelvis, what you asked, what are our future plans? It is simple. We currently are at 16,000 members. Okay,
yeah.
So I think the body above us is Foxy. Foxy must be 30,000 members, I think.
Yeah,
okay.
Nothing. Yeah.
So what happens is, I always look at it this way. Out of 16,000, we have 15,000 members who are active. Okay.
Absolutely.
90% of our members are active members.
Yeah.
We want to go to 20,000. And once we reach 20,000, okay, then we want to add all other categories. We want to add insurance. We want to add medical legal services inside this. Yes. We want to add ethical committee. We want to add ethics board. Somebody wants to do a study. You can come to Project Pelvis. We are already registered as a company. We are not registered as a charitable organization. So we have a good plan in place at this point in time. I mean, I don't know. Let's see how it goes.
All the best. Because the way you put the things and the way you are, it's not easy. I was going through a few things that you just won something. Someone was about it, that the one word for you. I enjoyed watching it. All the comments you got on that. They said that somebody wrote it inspirational, somebody wrote the visionary, somebody wrote the prodigy, the genius, simply advanced, and the Superman. I like the word Superman. So it was good. And according to me, visionary is the correct word for you. But I'll just, for all the best for the pelvic project, and the way you are putting it is I think it's a different type level of the thing. But how you manage the balance work with your life and a personal life, that's very, very important. See, I see your photographs with family, with kids, and I enjoy watching. It's really needed, because when at our time, when the whole life was in doing the deliveries and nothing to do with the family. So I think that's really how you manage it. I'm impressed, and I love to know about it.
See, my neighbor once upon a time in COVID was the managing director of State Bank of India.
Correct.
Okay, they were our neighbors. Correct. So often we would not get time to speak to each other, but in COVID we all got time. Correct. So in COVID, I used to speak to uncle, and I was just telling him that medical life is so busy and this and that, and we have long working hours and all these things. So now he listened to it, and then in the end we were sharing a drink together, and in the end he told me, you are an idiot. State Bank of India is the largest bank of the country. And it is definitely not the bank which has the best services. Okay. But people come to State Bank of India, and State Bank of India closes at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, whatever. People take out time from their schedule. People come to the bank, people deposit the money. Bank takes that 1 hour lunch break, and
I know. I was going to add, lunch break is very, very important for SBI.
Yeah, bank takes that lunch break, and still it is the largest bank in the country.
Correct.
So you create yourself to be so capable that people start coming at your time, and it really hit me, and I was like, okay, next day onwards I will stop practice at 6 o'clock. Okay. So that's why we are having this at 5:30.
I know.
Because normally I'll stop by 6, maybe 6:30. Of course, some days are beyond you and me. Okay. And then I go home, and then I just forget that I'm a healthcare professional.
Surgeon,
I forget that.
Okay. So good. Nice to have this type of things, because the family life, that is the number one boost things one should have. If the good family background is there, and the support we have, we can do our best in whatever we do in our life. That's my agenda also. If you have a good people at home, We are even a good dog also. Then you are at a different level. So it's a good, and I congratulate you for all the positive work and the culture and the teamwork and the startup and everything which you are doing. I always feel that being a surgeons, we need an acquisition based on sometimes innate biological capacities, which I feel about. And sometimes it's a heritable capacities also. But we need training, we need competence. We definitely need as a surgeons, as experts, as a visual spatial awareness we need a good fine motor dexterity. We need a positive correlation between all. These are the technical things, what we think, and you are the smartest person which think, but non-technical skills which you have that I always impress is number one is the professionalism, the technical competence. We always have the emotional competence also, because we have to face the patient, how they come and they talk about us, and the motivation, innovation you are doing. You are doing tremendous of innovation in the OB/GYN and the endometriosis. So much I have seen the surgeries which you do for the endometriosis, right from the colostomy up to the level any, and the communication skill, everybody knows about you. Decision making you have, and effective teaching which you are doing. I think the teaching is very, very important. If you know some skill and you are not able to teach anybody, that's useless. And the teamwork you are doing. So I'm really happy to have you, Jay, today. Any point which are the concluding remarks you want to talk about, a single 2-3 lines about you, I'll be happy. And thank you so much for my knockout series. It's a small, simple program. And I try to take those individuals who are really excelling. Like I have taken the Ironman. Now I'll the people who are traveling up to the Everest and they are OB/GYN. So I take, and it's a simple interview. It's nothing like that. I feel like, so I do it. So thank you so much. Anything as a concluding you want to give the take home message to the audience, to the people who are listening? So I'll be happy. So we'll continue.
I think the most important message should be to just put your head down and work. Don't really think of the results. The results are really not in your hand, but it should be, your effort should be so much that ultimately some or the other result will come. But most of the people fail to put that efforts because they are always wondering what will be the result. So you have to develop that ability to put efforts without thinking about the result.
Head down.
And if you do that, then I think you will do very well in life, is what I think.
It's like karmanyavadikaraste ma phaleshu kadacha.
Correct. That's the line from the Bible.
That's the principle. Go on working on it. Love you for this. Thank you so much for being with me. And I am really blessed to have you today. You are such a innovative and a simple person. Thank you so much for being with me. Keep in touch. Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye, man. Thank you.
Bye.